Morning. Are we live? We're live. What's going on? How's everybody doing? I'm Dharma, and this message is going to be for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, cross watchers, anybody that was drawn to this message. I know I promised to start doing longer readings for signs that I can easily grab energy for. So here we are doing that. There is going to be an extended. The link for that is in the box below. It's on extended members. There's all kinds of other perks that you get with that, so not doing Vimeo anymore. It was a hassle. So, alrighty, my readings tend to last from reading to reading as far as time frame goes. So, without further ado, wow. Well, all right. Okay, so we're gonna start like that. I snorted. This is the Brian Froud's Fairies Oracle. I should say that slower. His name is Brian Froud, and his deck is called the Fairies Oracle. And there's actually two of them. Two different ones that he made, and I have them both and stuck them together.
If you want to get your...
I'm just getting the chat open. Stand by 1 second. So that is Tate and the Sylph. And that is, wow. Wow. I almost don't know what to say. Well, let me explain who we're working with here. First of all, there's your dude. Okay, that's the green man. This person could be into shrubbery, for whatever that means. The lawn care, the... with a heading, right? They could be funny and silly. They could have facial features that look something similar to that. They might have a beard. They might be squinting because they should be wearing a hat or sunglasses and they are not. They could have a pronounced nose or nostrils or something like that. These are some kind of berries. So that's the first time I've ever noticed that. That might be relevant. Doesn't matter. This person is chill as fuck. The green man is like the most grounded person ever. Thank you, Karina, for that super chat. I appreciate you so much. Chill AF. That guy is having a really good day. And you have this person, this other person, okay, this is the most important energy. We're not even there yet. Simmer down. She comes out as the hope. But she kind of is just sitting there. You know what's funny about this card being called the hope is that that person in that card looks like they have no hope left at all. I don't want to say woe is me or any of that, but here we are. And it okay, so this is the hope, right? This is the one that kind of holds that probably within her wings. She comes out as winged. So there's probably some kind of spiritual aspect to this person. They might be really intuitive or fairy-like or elven-like or whatever. All right. Tate and the Sylph is something that's going in this direction and stops. Like if you could imagine, this is a pixie fairy. This is the energy, right? They're really, really fast and they all over the place. But this is something where she's headed in this direction and she slams on her brakes and turns back around in this direction. Maybe they missed something, they didn't see something, the situation does a 180. And the underlying chill, relaxed smile coming off of this one it makes me smile. It feels like I'm about to make all your fucking dreams come true. I don't know. It's not even smug because smug would come with like fire energy. They are coming out as the shrubbery. So that's pretty grounded if you ask me. So I don't really... All right, show me what happens here. This is I'm using the, what is this called? Light Seers. What's up? The shrubbery. Yeah. Wow. It feels like they're like, let's do it. It like, you know that wow. You know that scene from Suicide Squad where Joker and Harley Quinn, she loves him. Have you seen that movie? Harley Quinn loves the Joker. You're not changing her mind. That is not something that you're going to do. Even if you try to like electric shock her out of it, that's how she got into it in the first place. Right? And it feels like this one knows that. And they're like, what is it that the Joker says in that movie? To say, would you die for me isn't enough. Would you live for me? And she just falls. And he can't believe she did it. That's my point. Like, if the energy was like, they're not gonna love me like that. They're not gonna whatever like that. And then she does. And that, I think, is what brings the hope back to the situation. She falls. But, I mean, if we're drawing a parallel to that movie, he jumps in after her. Let's not discount the fact that they're both psychotic. Okay. So, I wanted to say something like somebody can't see it, but. All right, so she falls. Oh my God, there it is again. Blindly. So you have these ravens here, and you know how we vibe with the ravens, and ravens are the intuition. That's kind of my point. If we're talking about that scene from Suicide Squad or whatever, she knew he was going to come and get her. She knew that. They always do. So she's like, okay, fine. She calls their bluff blindly. It's kind of like meeting your match. You know what I mean? When the Joker actually let Harley Quinn in, they were perfect match. The Empress. Yeah. Maybe it's something along the lines of like, they do the thing that proves forever loyalty or something like that. I don't know how or why. I mean, I'm a why. Why would you do that? All right, show me the hope part. How do you wind up with the hope? And then we're going to get into the hows and whys. See? There it is again. Looking all sad about it. And then, this is kind of adorable. Thinking about, I mean, she might be talking to friends or hanging out, like, she could be hanging around with friends and they're all having a good time and she's just sitting there. Or this could be like kids playing in the yard and she's all ho-hum, but she's not, like, hasn't, like, let herself go. She doesn't look depressed, but I'm saying this is someone who, this is when hope runs out of patience, I guess. And they see it. And so, and then they turn around and reach out and she's like, oh my God, yeah. Turn your frown right upside down. Okay, so show me this is what I want to see. the ultimate test of loyalty, the ultimate... I just keep seeing that scene over and over and over again. But I think I'm going to watch that later tonight while I'm studying. Suicide Squad. It's a good movie. I haven't watched the other ones. I don't know what happens at the end of their story. Very cool. My daughter speaks Norwegian. All right, show me that whatever that is. Dynamite. It's the suspense. It's the catalyst. It's the... I think that's the whole entire point. If you haven't watched that movie, watch the movie, and then the feelings that you get from that scene, that's this. That every time I try to talk about it in my Claire space, that's the vision and imagery and feeling that I get every time. Finishing first. Well, that's my point about the checkered flag. It's undeniable. Like, okay, you win. Like, you don't have to go jump in the acid. Come be a shrubbery. You don't have to do that. I saw you're on Duolingo, Estelle. I'll send you some XP points when I get on there later today. If I can figure out how to do that. Alright, so they're like, okay, alright. They don't, maybe they feel like they took it too far, or they, I don't know. They're chill. This person is their friend. Like, they, above all else, there's friendliness and togetherness and what have you. All right, what I want to see is this. I want to see the ultimate act of loyalty. And it brings all the hope back to the situation. Good tarot. Walking on a tightrope. Patience. It can't be that simple. That this one has been... I'm like, it can't be that simple. No way. This feminine has been out on a tightrope, doing it gracefully, handling things gracefully. This is the Five of Swords, yes, but these are peace doves. And she's got wings and is graceful about things. It feels like about a lot of things. And they're watching. But their mouth closed. They're not saying anything, but they're watching. And they're like, this person is the patron saint of patience. It's a lot of P's. The 1st through the 14th might be really relevant. This person has the patience of a saint. There's all these images here of this person. All right, they're the shrubbery. What does the shrubbery do? They stay in one spot and watch things. Okay? All these indications of this feminine, like, being very graceful with it in a dangerous spot. With ease. And see, now we have this smile. See, and then I just saw a flash of it again. Go back and watch that scene in Suicide Squad, because when he turns around, that's exactly what this is. Because he was going to, he let her, she fell, and he was like, oh, she jumped, what a dummy. And he was going to walk away. And he did walk a couple feet away, and then he turns back around and goes in after her. And that's this moment right here. What's up, Jasmine? And so they call, reach out, whatever. Make the call. That's judgment in this deck. Ace of Wands. They might come forward like that, though. But if we're still making the parallel of this person being equally the Joker and a shrubbery, they probably don't do things like everybody else does them, if that makes any sense. So they come forward with that. It's Ace of Rods if you're not familiar with the deck. They just, it's like I feel like I'm poorly getting my point across. We have a pause situation between two people who the feminine is ready, handling the whatever they throw at her. She dips and dodges and handles it perfectly. It's like Mr. and Mrs. Smith when he realizes that they're both assassins, right? But the part that I'm not seeing, which we'll get more to it in the extended, is exactly how this goes down. Other than they watch her. And then they just, because this part where she falls in, she does the thing, it feels a lot more significant than just, okay, I'm ready now. Show me with the fairies what this is. Show me the act of loyalty. That's the Loum. The Loum is always a sad, lonely character, but she's unconditional. I mean, you have the spiritual connection. Maybe it's just a decision that they make. Maybe she did that a long time ago. It doesn't feel like this is a no contact situation. It feels like you talk to this person. You hang out with them. You see them. You interact with them. It could be as simple as eye contact or something like that. It just feels like you'll know. You'll know the moment that it happens when they're in. You'll know it. You'll be able to feel it beyond all reasonable doubt. All right, so they reach out and they're like, Ace of Rods, which it doesn't have to be nasty, but Ace of Rods is Ace of Rods, okay? But they're coming at you with passion, so whatever that means. Okay. So then we move to a different, I guess I want to call it a different vibration. Because it's like for the first couple of days or however long for this time frame they're watching. And she is swimming around in the acid that they told her to get in. You know what I'm saying? This is a story. Okay, let's not do toxic relationships. I'm just saying it's a loyalty thing. And then you guys get together. All right. And so we're sitting here. And this masculine is calm. It's like they go from being chill as fuck to there's an emotional aspect here. She's coming out as a lady of sorrows. He's coming out as the remembrance. It feels like I don't even necessarily know that it's pain. It feels like see, it feels like this eye contact is something else. And then they just let themselves have it. Like, that's surrender. So... there could be a critter, and she's being silly with it. See how they're watching again? In both of these images, this masculine, like, sits down and has feelings. Like, up here, they're being the Joker. But then she actually did it. She actually jumped in the fucking acid. And then they sit down like, whoa. That's... I love this one. And she's sweet and innocent, like a child. And see, here she's doing it again. I mean, she's a grown-ass woman, but she's also the queen of Bedlam, and she's hot. They are having lots of feelings now. They go from being the shrubbery to the swamp. Swamp thing. What's the question? What's the question? The question. King of Rods. Whoa, I picked up all kinds of decks. How did that even happen? That's the Hush Tarot. I meant to grab just Lenormand. All right, this one wants to speak. The shrubbery is now spinach. Okay, so we're talking about, do you want to work together, collaborate, whatever. And you have all the little birds are chirping, meaning talk around town. And she's like, fine. That's my point. That is exactly what Harley Quinn would do with the Jokers. You might know somebody who wears pants that are too low, so they have to like walk bow-legged to keep their drawers up. She's like, come on. And the devil. It's almost like, are you seriously going to sit here and act like it's a question? She jumped into the acid. Why are you even asking? Get your ass over here. Fucking stupid shrubbery. It's Aquarian energy. They're too fucking analytical. All day. That's exactly what Aquarian energy is. They think too much. They talk too much. Actually, they don't talk enough. They think too much. So it's almost like redundant. Like, why are you even asking? Shorty, you're my angel. You're my darling angel. And Ace of Cups. See, and this is where the bird comes out of the shell. That's my point. That's why I'm talking about the enduring forevermore patience. Because this thing has been I guess maybe this masculine has trust issues or whatever. Kind of like the Joker. Never believed that they would actually do it. Or actually feel that way or actually go that deep or whatever, and they do. And so now it's the birth of the new thing. All right, so let's go to the extended and talk about what the, I want to talk about exact actions, things that you might be able to see or pick up on or point out, like, oh, that's what Dharma was talking about. Okay, and the extended links for that is in the box below. And until next time, you guys have a good one.